Chapter 1. A Fateful Meeting. It was a typical day for Ethan Carter, a young man from Earth, when the unthinkable happened. As a researcher at Nova Station, an interplanetary facility located on a distant moon, Ethan spent his days analyzing data and interacting with various alien species. He never expected his life to be flipped upside down by the appearance of one particular visitor. She arrived on the station aboard a sleek and shimmering ship, and everyone immediately knew who she was. Lyrixa, a representative of the Gylzian Federation, one of the most powerful and advanced civilizations in the galaxy. The Gylzians were tall, beautiful beings with pale lavender skin, elegant facial features, and a magnetic presence that commanded attention. Their eyes shimmered with an ethereal glow, and their hair seemed to float as if caught in a soft breeze. They were a race known for their wisdom, beauty, and highly advanced technology. Their influence stretched across dozens of planets, but they kept to themselves, maintaining a certain distance from other races. Ethan's job was to assist in research collaboration, but when Lyrixa walked into the room for the first time, it was clear this was more than just a routine visit. She had the look of someone who was used to getting what she wanted, yet there was something different about her. When their eyes met, Ethan felt an unusual pull, a strange connection. It was as if time itself had paused, and nothing in the universe mattered more than that moment. Chapter 2. The Unlikely Proposal. Over the course of the next few days, Ethan found himself spending more and more time with Lyrixa. What started as a professional relationship quickly grew into something else. She was unlike anyone he had ever met. Her intelligence was beyond measure, and her charm was intoxicating. Yet, there was an innocence in her that Ethan couldn't quite put his finger on. She seemed so sure of herself, yet when they spoke, she would sometimes shyly look away, as if not fully understanding the emotions she was beginning to feel. One evening, after a long day of discussions, Ethan and Lyrixa found themselves alone in the observation deck, gazing out at the stars. "You humans are strange," Lyrixa said softly, her voice like a melody. "So simple, yet so complex. I cannot understand why you value emotions so much. Yet, I cannot deny that they intrigue me." Ethan chuckled, unsure of what to say. Emotions are what make us human. They drive us, help us connect, and guide our decisions. Lyrixa turned to him, her glowing eyes locking onto his with an intensity that made his heart race. "But what about you, Ethan? What drives you?" The question was so direct, so personal that it caught him off guard. He opened his mouth to respond, but before he could speak, Lyrixa leaned in closer, her eyes never leaving his. "I want to know more about you. I want you," she said, her voice low and sincere. "Tell me, what do I have to do to marry you, humans?" Chapter 3. The Confusion. Ethan's mind whirled. Had he heard that right? Marriage? She was an alien, for God's sake. He had read about interspecies relationships, but this was far beyond anything he had ever imagined. I don't think I understand," he stammered, his heart pounding. "Marry me? But we're from different worlds, different species. How could that even work?" Lyrixa smiled, her lavender skin glowing softly in the dim light. "In my culture, when someone finds someone they desire, someone they want to bond with, it is customary to propose. For us, marriage is a union not just of love, but of strength, knowledge, and partnership. I have no need for a formal ceremony or long-standing customs. What I need is you, Ethan. Your heart, your mind, the way you think, the way you see the universe. It fascinates me." Ethan stared at her, unsure of what to say. Part of him was terrified. This was insane. He was a human, a simple researcher, and she was an alien from a highly advanced civilization. How could this even be real? Yet, as he looked into her eyes, He felt something he hadn't expected, a connection, something deep, undeniable. It wasn't just attraction. It was as if their souls were speaking to each other, bridging the gap between species. I don't know how to process this, Ethan said finally, his voice trembling. You're amazing, Lyrixa, but this is so overwhelming. I never thought anyone, let alone an alien, would ask me something like this. Lyrixa reached out, gently taking his hand in hers. The warmth of her touch sent a strange shiver through him. I understand, she said, her voice tender. I may not fully understand your emotions, but I know what I feel. I have spent my life studying other species, learning about their ways. But you, Ethan, you are unlike anyone I've encountered. You are alive, truly alive, in a way my people cannot be. I want that life with you. Chapter 4, The Decision. Days passed, and Ethan wrestled with his feelings. He spent time with Lyrixa, learning more about her culture, her people, and the incredible universe she came from. She was unlike anyone he had ever known, intelligent, beautiful, and powerful. But she was also vulnerable, caught between her advanced culture and the raw emotions she was discovering through him. Eventually, Ethan realized something. He wasn't scared of Lyrixa. He was scared of what it would mean for him to choose her. Marrying an alien wasn't just about love. It was about stepping into the unknown, breaking every boundary he had ever known. But at the same time, he realized that she was offering him something far greater than just a relationship. She was offering him a chance to change his life forever, to explore the stars, to live in a way that few humans ever would. One evening, while watching the stars from the station's observatory, Ethan turned to Lyrixa. Okay, he said, his voice steady but full of emotion. I'll marry you. I don't know what the future holds, but I want to find out with you. Lyrixa's eyes softened, and a smile spread across her face. You have made the right choice, Ethan Carter. Together, we will be stronger than either of us could be alone. Chapter 5, A New Beginning. And so, Ethan Carter and Lyrixa, the alien woman who had once demanded a human as her prize, began their journey together. The universe, vast and full of mysteries, lay before them, and they would face it as partners, two souls from different worlds, bound by love, curiosity, and the desire to learn from each other. Though their bond was unconventional, it was real, and in the grand scheme of the universe, perhaps that was all that truly mattered.